Hello, hello, hello. I'm hoping I will survive my attempt at doing a live stream Saturday night cook and chat. Uh, it's been crazy here getting things ready for this cold weather that's coming. Let me add, and I'll have to experiment still. I've been trying to figure out the layout here so that you can see everything that's happening today. Hope there are no dogs in the kitchen eating the food that's out. So it'll just be a casual watch and learn, and hopefully you'll be able to hear me when I'm chatting from the other phone. Winter is here in South Lake, Texas. So we've got the cameras that you see, or the images that you see here. I don't know if you can see my cursor. This is just from the duck and goose pen. I've got heat lamps. So I have 3 heat lamps in the little room. That's the image that's on the top. And 3 heat lamps in the big room, image on the bottom. So the geese and most of the ducks occupy the big room. I have had to separate a couple of the male geese because they're just getting really overly randy with the girls. I mean, fighting with the boys too. But so I don't know if you can see in this little crate here. So here's a heat lamp, and then there's a goose in that crate, and then the coop that's attached to the pen that's way over here to the left, just out of view of the camera. I have another boy in there, and they're just going to stay separated. And already it looks better than it's looked lately. So last night I didn't sleep much because they kept carrying on and putting up a ruckus. I had locked up one of the boys in that crate that you can see on the camera, but then the geese woke me up several times during the night calling out, and I would look on the camera and see the other boy chasing geese around, and he'll hold on to their feathers until he pulls their feathers out. So we're going to cross our fingers that we have a nice smooth experience, but this way I can kind of monitor that while I'm showing you how I make my chicken fajitas. So I'm starving. I have only had a bowl of cereal all day today because we've been so busy still getting everything winterized. We had 2 sniff spots today, which is okay, but in the middle of everything else that needed to be done as late as possible, so that we would still have access to water hoses to fill buckets and things. It was not great to have people visiting. Hello, Erica Olson. Thank you for being here. So, thank you to those who are checking in with me live. Thanks to those who might be part of the rewatch crew that watch. Nothing special today. As you can see, I'm not really made up. I got my Cabela's hoodie on. In fact, I have lots of layers. So I've got 3 layers top, 3 layers bottom. It is bitterly cold. I don't know if you can really see that weather app I have there. And I don't know if this one automatically refreshes. So we'll have to see. I might have to check my phone here in just a bit to see if the temperature has changed. The last update I saw with the wind chill, we're expecting a real feel of -5 degrees sometime in the next, 12, 15 hours. So the wind is a big part of the problem, and it is a biting wind, let me tell you. So let's go to the kitchen. I have let's see, I got to make this work. So I've got to figure out my layout. I'm going to add this other camera back. All right, there's the other camera. And all right, there we go. So I want to see the fire. Told them we would have a roaring fire. You have to get away from here so that we'll stop echoing. And then you talk into that. We got a nice fire going. Richard just got through adding a log and doing a little rearranging. Okay.
Okay, so I've got my chicken chopped up already, and I have a little bit of butter and olive oil in this pan. So I had my butter and olive oil melting together. Get everything open. Here we go. I'm going to use a little salt, pepper, garlic, my standard seasonings for pretty much everything. But then I'll add also some ground comino because it is, a Mexican kind of a dish. And I've got my bell peppers and my onions already chopped up. There was no need, I don't think, for you guys to have to watch me do that. So let's just get hot again. I'll show you this little tiny skillet that came with a little brownie mix thing that we got, like a little Christmas gift. I thought that was cute. The brownie was really good. I don't know about y'all, but I'm starving. Oven going because I like to warm my tortillas in the oven just a little bit. You can just set that down. Richard's kind of watching the football game too, so. So I'm going to add these chicken strips that I've cut up to this pan. You could cook the whole chicken breast if you want, but I like to be able to turn them and get them coated with the seasonings really well. I don't think I've ever done a weekend. Well, I've done some Sunday lives just with the dogs out in the paddock. And sorry, but I can't see the chat. If anybody's here commenting, welcome. I can't see you right now. Garlic powder. The comino. I think the chicken probably cooks a little faster too. A little onion powder. Ooh, that smells so good. I don't know if I'm putting the right top on the right thing. So my garlic might end up smelling like ground comino. It is not cool in the house, let me tell you that. Okay, I hope y'all can see that. It's turned over. I'm going to season the other side. The butter and the olive oil also adds some flavor to it, so I love to cook that way. Those are stuck together. So I discovered tonight we made a trip to a couple of different places to get hay over the course of the last couple of days to stock up just since it's going to be so cold. And at one of the places, I also went ahead and got some duck feed. And with the duck feed, I got some cracked corn because cracked corn helps them stay warm. The energy that it requires for them to break it down generates heat, body heat, so they can stay a little warmer. And today would have been the first day they would have gotten some cracked corn with their poultry feed. But little did I know, they didn't give me cracked corn at the place. They gave me Milo. I don't even know for sure. I mean, I know ducks and geese can have Milo, but I don't know how much they can have. I don't know if it has the same benefit of helping them to stay warm. I kind of think it doesn't, or I would have heard about that before. Ooh, bless you. So Richard had to make a special trip to go get some cracked corn. Okay. We like cheese on our fajitas too. Grated cheese. So I guess it's more like a soft taco. You know, let them see the dogs while this chicken is cooking. Tila. Right there. I'm sure they're waiting to see if we drop something. Can you go check to see if there are any comments or anything going on in the chat? So come give me okay. Hey, Ritz, how are you? No, off, baby girl. Stop. All right. I don't want to miss anyone coming in. A blanket hello if you're here and I missed you, or if you're lurking. Lurkers are welcome. Chicken fajita night. At least I call this chicken fajitas. I'm sure there's things that would qualify it as fajitas that I might not do. As you can see, I've got a nice coating of seasonings on these chicken strips. And again, you can just cook the whole chicken breast if you want to. Slice it up afterwards. I put bird seed and nuts out for the wild birds today. And Richard warned me when I did it because he since we had a sniff spot, some of the bird seed goes in a little container in the backyard. And Richard said, "You'll have to watch Cabo, because Cabo will probably eat that." And I hoped you wouldn't see it. I kind of had it camouflaged with some bricks around it, hoping he wouldn't see it. Yeah, he got into those nuts. I didn't have any bird seed where he could get it, but he started chowing down on those nuts. There were almonds and hazelnuts and walnuts. And I walked out at one point when I was going to get set up for a sniff spot person to come, and I hear this crunching noise. And it's Cabo over there eating nuts. So we just kind of want to steam these veggies. Richard doesn't really like the veggies, but I love them. It's going to smell really good here in a minute. I love the smell of onions and bell peppers steaming. Well, that's going. I didn't think to get guacamole. But I'm the only one here that eats that anyway. Or I could have even just gotten an avocado to slice it up. So my new thing I like watching on YouTube, just because I stumbled upon a couple of videos over the course of the last couple of days, are like these down the rabbit hole concept videos. Strange stories or crimes or disappearances or and one of the ones I watched last night, among the stories it covered was some of the MK Ultra stuff. I don't know a lot about it. I know enough to know that it's pretty out there, but we went all summer with hot water and a little less hot water, but very little cold water. Now the water's so cold it almost hurts my hands. passed out, but he reminded me that that wasn't a good idea if I was cooking. I do think this works best in the iron skillet. Why are you so excited? Why are you so excited? And then to top this off, this is a little secret that when our daughter Stacy was waitressing way back when at a Mexican restaurant, she said they put soy sauce over everything. That's usually when you start hearing the real big sizzling noises. I don't really want them puffed up or anything. I just want them warm. Close up of it. How did that look? Onions are a little bit caramelized. Still a little bit of firmness to the bell pepper. Sharp cheddar, because that's my favorite. And again, I know this, it doesn't really qualify as a fajita because it's got cheese on it, but I like it. I'm going to do a little sour cream.
Trying to figure out how to get myself back where I'm sharing a screen with. Yeah, we don't really need that one now. I'll just take that one off. No, baby, that's not for you. And I'll do my taste test. How do I get the other thing on here? Here we go. This is what I was looking for. Yeah, I don't think it's still 32 degrees. And yeah, fancy schmancy. I'm having some pineapple juice with my dinner. Okay, let's see what I might have missed. Yes, cheddar. Cheddar rules. Oh yeah, so Ritz, that little pan. I've already tried to think of other little things I might could do with that pan. It's just so cute. Hey, if anyone is welcome at any time to stop by and have some dinner. I need to know you're coming so that I'll know to cook something for you. Let's see. Let's do a little taste test of my fajita here. That's good stuff. nice on a cold night. I do want to see if I can update this. See if I can. I'm going to type in the city again and see. Update. Oh, and then I could go get my phone. Let's see what my phone says. Well, my phone did say 63 earlier today. It did get very pleasant. Okay, so yeah, see, this says it's 28 here right now. So I don't know how to get this thing to update. Oh, let's see. 28. Where's the real field? Let's see, we'll look at the hourly thing. We don't know how to do cold weather here. Okay, so it says 28. But it feels like 14. And then we're supposed to have winter precipitation coming in. Well, let's see. Yeah, I'm sure you can top me for sure. 10 degrees in Chicago, and by sunrise, they're supposed to be at -7. What I don't get is how here it got up to mid-60s today, and now we're going to be with a wind chill -5 sometime in the next, again, 12 hours or so. Hey, Lux, how are you? Thanks for being here. Yeah, I'm testing my chicken fajitas. I made my chicken fajitas. I'm going to get another bite. Wow, that's good. Let's see. Kind of messy looking, but wow, it's good. I stand by my assertion that slicing the chicken up first allows the seasonings to coat all around the chicken. Whereas when I've cooked the whole chicken breast before, obviously the outside of the chicken breast is seasoned nicely. Then as you slice it up, you've got the unseasoned, parts between the slices. Did you know, maybe you did, pineapple juice is good for coughs. I don't have a full-fledged cough, but the air is so cold and it's been dry. I know we've got some precipitation coming, and I know we had a lot of rain, but in the house, maybe because the heater's been running, it's been kind of dry, and that's given me a little bit of a scratchy throat that makes me have to fight the urge to cough every now and then. So I'm eating the little shreds of cheese. Let's see, I want to make sure. So you have a little iron skillet, a little square iron skillet. Is that what you're saying? I also have a little iron cornbread pan, but I need to restore it. I think I found it at an estate sale, and it's not in great shape. And I usually just make my cornbread in either an 8x8, metal pan, or my pie plate, a glass pie plate. I'm cold and tired and face palming because of what Teddy got up to. Uh-oh. What did he get into? Okay. Can you see the action going on with the ducks and geese? Somebody's still getting chased by somebody. And I really think it's the boys just wanting to mate. So generally, which maybe that makes sense because they'll lay their eggs. Geese only lay their eggs in the spring. They don't lay all year like the ducks do. That bugs me to death to see that happening. And no one ever fights back. They just try to run away. But the one that does the chasing, notice, does not let go. I had to raise the heat lamps in that room because as they would pass by, if wings were flapping or something, it was too close and they could hit those lamps. I've got those guard things on it. There's a metal guard under it that helps, keep any of the animals from coming in contact with the bulb itself. Okay, let's see. His eye is swollen shut, and I think it was because of the neighbor's oleander. Oh no! And a Saturday, so it's not like you can just run him up to the vet. Although I keep hearing stories. I'm part of a Facebook group. It's called Pet Vet Corner. It's for people all over the world, so maybe you guys are familiar with it too. And I'm amazed at how often, whatever unfortunate thing that's going to happens right after the office is closed, or on the weekend, or when it's bad weather, or there's been a natural disaster and the offices are closed. Lux, is that something that Benadryl or something would help with? Is it like a contact allergy or some sort of reaction to the oleander? I know oleander is probably not good to be around. Let's see if I can pull up a radar image. I know there are a lot of people dealing with a lot of snow already. Someone I think I saw earlier was live streaming. I think it was from Ohio, like a weather chaser guy, live streaming from Ohio. Ooh, I see ice where you are, Ritz. Wow. Yeah, there's a big old patch of ice. That's what the light blue is. Well, it's like working backwards here. So we don't have any of that coming yet, but the precipitation is supposed to start moving in later tonight. I don't know if it's going to be. I don't know if it's going to be one of the systems that's already in place, or if something's going to develop near here. Of course, I feel bad for the eagles that are in their nests dealing with this stuff. Okay, Lux, maybe that will at least keep him comfortable. So what was he doing that he was jumping? What was he jumping on? Or just jumping near the plant? I should have made a pot of beans to go with these, but I'm the only one that eats those. And I sure haven't come up with a way to make, just baked beans for one person. One of my New Year's resolutions, if you want to call it that, is to learn to modify dishes that I've cooked for a long time, that I learned to cook for a lot of people because I grew up in a big family and then had a lot of kids, so there was a big family, and everything I cook is for a big family. And it means we either really have to eat something over and over again until we're sick of it, or I throw a lot of food away, and I hate throwing food away. So I'm trying to get, in the habit of not cooking such a big batch of stuff. the bad thing is I made chicken and dumplings a couple of nights ago, and it was so good. And of course, we finished it right away. Then when I was planning my grocery list, we went to the grocery store today, and I asked Richard if he had a request for a meal. He said, "Oh, that chicken and dumplings sure was good. I don't know if you want to make that again." He was playing and jumping. I don't think I would even want Oleander around. Doesn't it have a nice smell? Does Oleander have a nice smell? Any Bones fans watching the Emily Deschanel and David Boreanaz Bones? I never watched it when it was, actually airing, but I just watched all 12 seasons on Amazon Prime over the course of the last, 5 or 6 weeks. 12 seasons. Really loved the characters. For the most part, loved the stories. I was a little bit disappointed. The final couple of seasons didn't seem to grab at me quite so much. All right, so regarding Oleander, they're beautiful, but I lost 3 to 4 month old lab pups when they got loose and were chewing on the bushes that were at the front of the property. Yeah, again, I don't think I would want Oleander around at all. Like at Christmas time, I love poinsettias, but I can't take a chance on having a poinsettia around. And I don't even want to put one out on the front porch because we get all kinds of wildlife here. And when I'm growing herbs on the front porch, hey girl, I can go out sometimes and tell that we've had a little visitor nibbling on the herbs. So I'm afraid that even if I just put, a poinsettia on the front porch, it would be dangerous for an animal that doesn't live in the house. All right, Lux is a Bones fan. Yeah, I'm kind of wanting to find some other Emily Deschanel stuff to watch because I don't know her from anything but that show. Well, these are so good, Erica. Yeah, there's a lot of binge-worthy stuff there. And several series that I've watched through multiple times. X-Files is probably at the top of the list. I think I've watched X-Files through probably six or 7 times, as well as not missing a show when it was really airing back during its original run. And I kind of like the, it'll say beside the title, young adult audience or something. So it's supposed to be, more appealing to younger people. So I recently finished watching I Know What You Did Last Summer. And it's kind of based on the movie. I liked it. I could see, the characters are all younger, like high school graduate kids. I really liked it. I've never seen Nurse Jackie. Is that on Amazon Prime? Oh, and I watched also not that long ago, Harlan Coben's Shelter. I only bring it up because it also said after the title, young adult audience. And these are all, kind of drama, mystery. shows. I guess that's why they appeal to me, because that is a lot of what I enjoy watching. I will. Oh, and so while I'm thinking of it, I hope nobody showed up yesterday to see the roundup, because I'm experimenting with some different times to do the roundup. So the next roundup will be on Tuesday evening, 7:30 start time. Partly, I'm hoping it'll maybe keep me from letting it go so long. I mean, I think people enjoy it when it's 2.5 hours or so, but that's a big chunk of my day. So I'm hoping that maybe if I do those in the evenings, A, more people can join, and B, I'll know I need to cut it off before it goes too long, because there's things to do here. Okay, don't think that Nurse Jackie's on Amazon. Oh, yeah. Oh, I'm sure I can find it somewhere. Ooh, so I think I remember seeing the Stepford Wives like at the movie theater. Might be wrong, but I think I do. Did you see the remake of that? Also, the remake of the Stepford Wives? And is the music too loud? Do I need to turn the music down? I searched for easy listening. Again, this is just from my Epidemic Sound account. You can find any genre you like, and you can just go through it. So I weed out the ones with vocals when I'm going to be doing something where I'm talking to people or other people are talking, obviously, because I don't want to be battling against other voices. But if I were to add in the vocal things too, there's just so much available there. Yeah, I liked it. I'm kind of bummed that I can't figure out how to make this thing refresh. What would it need sound for? Oh, listen. You hear that? So we've got nature sounds. What is it? Did it? No. Yeah, the camera's right there. Richard's showing what's left out of all that you saw in that pan. I'll have another one here in just a little bit, but I recently discovered, I mean, it was before New Year's for sure, but MST3K, which is one of my all-time favorite shows. Did I even turn that down? So I pulled up that music so I could turn it down, and then I don't think I turned it down. So let me turn it down. I feel like I'm hollering at y'all. Oh, I did turn it down. Okay, that's better. MST3K has a 24/7 YouTube live stream. I mean, they have a YouTube channel, but now they have it's just always playing old MST3K movies. And it looks like the only ones I've seen now are the old classic ones, not the Kickstarter and what's the name of the other money raising thing? Because I was a Kickstarter backer for seasons 12 and 13, I think, or 11 and 12. Okay, let's see. Lux says, my dad's been listening to some British dude play piano and Dan Vask on YouTube. Huh. And then here's Erica's fajita. The anecdotal information here. When I make fajitas, I marinate the chicken or turkey for 30 to 60 minutes in a mix of oil, lime juice, cumin, coriander, small amount of smoked paprika, garlic, salt, and pepper. That sounds delicious. probably could have done some marinating. It turned out so good. I mean, this dish always turns out good. And the trick, it just really is getting them seasoned right. And the cheese is nice, y'all. If you don't usually do cheese on your fajitas, and I never used to do cheese on my fajitas, but then when Richard and I first started going out, we both love Mexican food, and we would go someplace and get fajitas, and he would ask if they would bring him honey girl. I think she needs to go potty. Go tell daddy. She needs to go potty. That's what she's trying to tell me. Go tell daddy. Oh my gosh. Go with daddy. Go potty. Kudos to her for telling me. Because that's how she is. She'll linger around the back door, and then she'll come and she just acts all excited and tries to get in my face. And I've finally figured out it's because she's asking to go outside. Go potty, bear. Yeah, well, we put some baby gates up to keep the dogs out of the kitchen. They stay out of the way for the most part. Boone is real bad about laying near my feet when I'm cooking, which is only bad because then if I'm not paying attention or, I need to grab something right quick, a lot of times I turn around and nearly break my neck and or his because he's right under my feet. And it's sort of his passive way of begging for food, because even at their dinner time, he goes in the kitchen and he lays right where I'm going to be working to get their bowls filled, and he lays there. He's so nice. He lays there and he's patient and he waits nicely, but he gets in the way. Well, I don't really want to wipe my glasses on that towel that I've been wiping my hands on. And they are not picky eaters, so if I haven't told you about raw food, so we've been feeding Serena raw, at least as often as we can afford to do it, for probably a year and a half or so now, because it's the only thing that helps with her terrible skin conditions. She used to get recurrent yeast infections and then secondary bacterial infections. And she's been on steroids and antifungals to the point that the doctor said, I just can't keep prescribing this for her. We've done the medicated baths, the antifungal baths. And then somebody mentioned to me once upon a time that raw is what helped their dog with similar issues. So I thought, okay, we'll give it a try. And sure enough, that was the answer for her. So we placed a big order. If you missed the video that went out on Wednesday this week, I ordered 100 pounds of raw food from the co-op, the raw food co-op I'm in. My arms, I'm still sore right here from cutting into that still partially frozen big 50-pound, 250-pound slabs of frozen ground dog food. But I didn't want it to thaw all the way because I was going to then just be freezing a lot of it. And then I just take out what I need, the day before I'm going to feed it. It was a lot of meat. And I'm telling you, those boxes, they're just big enough that they're really cumbersome anyway. But frozen, I'm convinced that frozen does weigh more than thawed, because when it's frozen, there's moisture that's ice in it. And I noticed that as it thaws, or as it was thawing, then some ice would come off of it, and the moisture, the blood and stuff that's in it comes out, and it does feel lighter. So let's see. Our German Shepherd did that to my mom. She tripped several times. Yeah, I've just nearly broken my neck more times than I can count. Okay, I'll deal with it in a minute.
Come on, ladies. Come on, it's cold.
So if you missed, let me pull up my post today because it has a couple of funny pictures. No, baby girl. No, baby girl. That's enough. You got to go outside. No, honey. No. Maybe she's trying to get to my plate. Nope. Nope. Okay. I think I have too many things running and it's making my internet really slow. All right. I'll just show you these pictures. Oh, actually, I can do it this way. Yeah, I don't have to do that. Let's go here. Okay, so you see, I'm guessing you can see. Girl, no, honey, go with daddy, please. Go. No. Oh, let me get back to the stream here. Yeah. So this was just the background for the stream today. Let's see, we got a comment here. There are a few, an older guy who plays boogie woogie and more, a kid of Asian descent who plays by ear. He's unbelievable. I forget their names, but they're good. Oh, the Asian piano guy, like he plays classical music. If that's the guy you're talking about, I know about him, and he is amazing. I don't know about the older dude playing the boogie woogie. All right, let's take this off. So anyway, this is pretty much how it goes. And of course, we did go to the grocery store and get our grocery shopping done and bought milk and bread. And the joke here is that you have to buy milk and bread before it's going to get cold, even if you don't need milk and bread. And then let's see, what other picture did I put up? This one. At birth, baby elephants can weigh up to 225 pounds, making them the biggest babies on Earth next to Texans dealing with cold weather. And I think I had one other one, didn't I? Oh, no, the other thing I had up was just the weather alert that went out today. So we may not see Gucci again until Monday. That's not what I meant to do. We may not see Gucci again until Monday. Or till Tuesday, rather. Because Monday's supposed to be bad. Monday, as far as precipitation and bad roads, I think Monday's supposed to be worse than tomorrow. She usually comes on Mondays and spends the night. Oh, yeah, let's see. This will be interesting. As for the Milo, it's okay for yard birds. It's part of what makes up scratch. Nutrition isn't bad, but it's hard and takes a bit more to digest unless it's rolled. Okay. Yeah, and I don't know. Again, I'd never bought feed at that particular feed store. So it just comes in this, generic kind of the plasticky material that the feed bags are kind of made out of sometimes. And it just says it's, what does it say? Classic feed grains or whatever. That's the name of the company or something. And I wasn't looking when they put it in the car. I wasn't thinking about it. And then Richard brought it in for me and it was just sitting here in the living room waiting to be taken to the receptacle where I keep everything. And I hadn't done that yet. So instead of hauling that 50-pound bag to the garage where I store their food, I just opened it here and I was going to scoop some out to put in with their feed this evening. And I looked at it and I thought, what the heck is that? Now, I've seen Milo in like bird seed when I buy backyard bird seed, bags of backyard bird seed. I've seen stuff that looks like this. So I think that's probably what's in the bird seed. And that would make sense if it's okay for yard birds. It would make sense that would be in a backyard mix. But I didn't know what I was looking at. So I pulled the label off of the bottom and it's Milo. So I do sometimes, to stretch my feed budget, I'll buy like a high protein poultry feed, like a 20% poultry feed, and then cut it with rolled oats or what else have I used? Or again, the cracked corn. So the Milo would still work to do that, but I just don't want them to have digestive problems and the only reason I got it again was because it's so cold. I wanted them to have the heat benefit from processing and digesting the cracked corn. So I called the people and they said I can bring it back and swap it for a bag of cracked corn. But it's how long did it take us to get to Argyle? 30 minutes, 35 minutes. And it was already, like 4:45. Like they're getting ready to close. So it wasn't going to do me any good to take it back today. So what I'm hoping, so Richard went and got me cracked corn. So what I'm hoping is, although he had to drive to a couple of different places to find any cracked corn for tonight either. So what I'm hoping is that when we take this back, they'll just let me apply the credit for it toward like another bag of, feed. Because I won't need cracked corn now that I've got the bag that Richard got me. Yeah. It does come out a lot cheaper for me if I'll do it that way. But sometimes I just don't want to have to do the mixing and the measuring. Because I do have to be careful and make sure they get enough protein. So I don't want to cut it too much. I have been known in the cold weather to just put out little tubs of cracked corn for them to snack on. So I don't think that hurts to do it from time to time. I feel bad for the little wild ducks. The little wild ducks still came to the fence this morning and this evening to get fed. And I don't know where they go. Where do they go? Why have they not all left? There's a pretty good flock of wild ducks that are still coming to my fence every day to get fed instead of flying south for the winter. Okay. Well, I'm not going to worry about it. Maybe I'll just keep the bag around and I will put it out for the wild birds. Although wild birds, Cabo obviously thinks he's a wild bird because any kind of food, if I put out any kind of nuts, especially peanuts, he and Delilah both love peanuts. And I throw those out for the crows. I like to keep the crows around because they keep the hawks away. But when if they hear anything hit the ground, they both come to see how much of it they can eat. So I guess that's the next thing I need to look up is whether or not Milo is okay for equines. Well, I don't have a whole lot else to tell y'all about today. Richard's over there getting the fire going again. It had kind of died out while I was here chatting with you. Next time the dogs go out, they're going to be in their coats and or sweaters because it's just going to be that cold. I don't know how that works with a dog. I don't know how that really works to keep them warm unless it's just a core thing to keep their cores warm. Because when they put their little coats and sweaters on, all it does is cover their back and part of their belly. Their shoulders and their back and belly. But they look cute when they wear them, so it's fun for me. But their feet still have to touch the ground, so... Anyway, that's all I had for you today, guys. I just thought I would try this out. And my goal, I want to do every Saturday, just have you come and spend dinner with me. I'll show you what I'm cooking because I'm hoping every now and then I'll prepare something that you've never prepared. And then you'll get an idea for something new to add to your menu and you'll know how to cook it. I don't know what I'm cooking next week. I think next week, yeah, you heard it here first. I think next week I'm going to make tortilla casserole. I call it tortilla casserole. I think I've seen variations of it that are called taco casserole. Brendan Kavanaugh. I'll have to look him up. Oh yeah, I could go broke just buying these little sweaters and winter outfits I see for the dogs. It's a little harder sometimes to find the extra large size that we need for our dogs. Keela obviously won't need an extra large one. So we've got a couple of smaller sweaters from back in the day with the dogs that don't really fit any of our family dogs anymore, but they'll fit on her. So I'll try to get at least a picture to post on my community tab when I've got them all decked out in their winter gear. But stay warm wherever you are. Be safe. If you don't have to get out on the roads, please don't get out on the roads. I shared with you guys already just the horror of that winter a few years ago and all the people that lost their lives on 35 West, slipping in the ice before work when they were on their way to work on a day when even the schools were closed, I think. So Yeah, thank you, Ritz. Thank you for being here. I had no idea what would happen to do a weekend Saturday live stream, but I'm experimenting with it. I know some of the homestead channels I follow do nighttime live streams, and they just get so much more engagement. This, even the dinner thing, may move to another night. I don't know. The roundup may move to a couple of different times and days. I just want to experiment with it. I want this year to be a year of me kind of branching out and finding, more ways to connect with people. Um, but I hope I will see you guys Tuesday evening for the next roundup, because I do have some fun for us planned. I've got a wrong answers only game planned, and Acromania. Now, Acromania kind of also falls into the wrong answers only. And you'll have to look that up if you don't know what Acromania is. There has been for a long time, like 25 years, I think. There's been an online Acromania game, and it used to be really popular. And when I would play, there would just be hundreds and hundreds of people. And now, anytime I log on, there's maybe 2 or 3 people playing, and that doesn't make it very fun. So that's part of what I want too. I really want to do more games and guessing things with my audience, and it's more fun if there are more people to play. So tell your friends, share the streams, and I'll hope to see you on Tuesday evening at 7:30. But stay warm, guys. Be safe, be happy, be well, be blessed. I love you all. Thank you again for being part of the live stream and watching with me live. And thank you to my rewatch crew. If you will, give the stream a like. If you're not subscribed to the channel already and you happen to catch this stream, I'd love for you to hit that subscribe button and join my little YouTube family. And I'll look for you guys on Tuesday. I love you. Stay warm, friends.